There we go. So we're recording. Welcome, everybody. Like I said, my name is Crystal David. Thank you so much for being here with us. We're so excited to share with you. And we have a very special guest who just has so much to do with this community and with her journey and to share with you all. So we want to just first start with why we created this movement, if you will. It's not a new movement. I feel like health is on the rise everywhere you look, especially lately with the whole what the health talk. And I don't know how many people have seen it already. I know I was pretty nervous to see it at first because I wasn't ready to give up a lot of things. And so Michelle and I have been in a part of this community for quite some years now, and we talk all the time. And one of the things that we notice is there's not a lot of faces like ours in our community. We're not as well represented. And so we wanted to do something that could allow a platform for people to just connect, have resources, share ideas. I think one of the biggest things is when you make a health change, a lot of what you're used to and accustomed to from the dishes that you enjoy, the foods that you enjoy, the people that you're around, it's hard to make those transitions and you don't really know, well, okay, I can't eat meat. I can't eat this. I can't eat that. Now what do I eat? What do I replace it with? And so we thought it would be cool to kind of cross all the different cultures and all the foods and come up with, oh, guys, move away from it here, please. Move away. And come up with some just ways to support each other. Like, for example, I brought these bag of chips, and chips and salsa are my weakness. I mean, I cannot give them up. But right now, the diet that I'm on, I have to give up grains for a while for some health reasons. And so I'm like, how am I going to not do my chips? But I found these grain-free chips. So there's, you know, we wanted to share ways, and these were started by a Mexican girl who could not give up her chips and salsa, but she too had to do a grain-free diet. And so she came up with a chip that she could eat. And so we just want to kind of bring all the cultural things and help each other find those balances. But we saw this YouTube video that I'm going to play now that we wanted to just start this video off with, or this call off with, just to get you guys thinking in the direction that we've been thinking in. So just give me a second. I'm going to share my screen. And I will go ahead and play the video. So.
The modern day slave doesn't know that it's a slave.
Can you guys hear?
Food be our medicine, medicine be our food.
The government encouraging people to eat foods that it knew would make them sick because of the lobbying efforts of the industry. And that's really reprehensible.
I grew up in DC eating the standard American diet. I initially identified veganism as a right thing. It was because I didn't know my history. All I knew was we turned scraps into soul food, and I thought that was our only culinary legacy.
Fried fish, fried pork chops, fried chicken.
It becomes soul specifically assigned to Black people because in the 60s, Black nationalists wanted to make the argument that Black people had culture. We have culture in our language, we have culture in our clothing, we have culture in our food.
Chitlins and chicken wings and oxtail and ox tongue and pig feet. Those were the things that was thrown away that massa didn't eat. Those were the scraps that was scavenged up by certain slaves.
They made do with what they had, but the fact is that we are no longer on the plantation. It's all love, all love.
Something a lot of people think about Black folks' history in this country, it always like starts with slavery, right? But it really goes back farther than that to the continent of Africa. People were growing food, cultivating the land.
They had crops, they had dirt, and they had seeds. So I can only imagine that most of our diet was always plant-based. When you look at traditional West African diets, they are diets that are low in fat.
The World Health Organization finally admitted that meat was the leading cause of cancer. Kaiser Permanente is finally endorsing a plant-based diet for optimum health. So eating fresh, healthy crops is a part of our legacy, and it's a part that we should start embracing.
I don't eat no meat, no dairy, no sweet. Only right vegetables, fresh and whole wheat. I'm from the old school. My household smell like soul food, bro. Curry falafel, barbecue tofu.
You have systemic inequalities. People who are being beaten down by the detritus of life. Access to healthy foods in this country has become a privilege instead of a right, which it should be. Cost is a big barrier for probably a lot of people. The federal government gives subsidies for big food to produce cheap food. So that means that it's going to be cheaper for us to get boxed macaroni and cheese or white bread.
No human is really adapted to eat this way. This diet will cause increased rates of disease and death in us because we are less genetically adapted to eat these foods.
A lot of people will find like the foods that they eat really disturb their rest. These are things that can give you mucus at night. I'm going to sleep out. Oh, we wake up. Well, take some of that dairy out of your diet. You won't do that.
By not drinking that milk, by not eating any animal products, you are not participating in a system that causes harm. Vegans are in a position to be able to recognize the suffering of these other beings.
There's no way I'm eating that. There's dead and diseased animals mixed in with the live ones.
They are not feeding our children. We are feeding our children.
There's the policy side of health and our wellness, and there's the personal priorities.
As a people, if we want to grow stronger and flourish, we have to be healthy.
A plant-based diet promotes better health, less disease, and greater longevity. You need a clear mind. And to have that, you need a better diet.
Just try to have a little bit more strategy about what it is you need. If you can do that, then you can find that you can stay steady about a number of things as far as discipline goes.
Power of psychology. You change your perception. If you change your perspective, then you see new opportunities.
Marcus diseases are rampant. Millions of people cannot expect to live more than 28 or 30 years. No one can be totally healthy even if you just got a checkup in the finest clinic of a nation. Strangely enough, I can never be what I ought to be until you are what you ought to be.
The moral story to hold on to is our genius and our innovativeness.
We live in this big mass production society where you just don't know where the food come from, to be honest.
We need more people that look like us pushing that message.
How can one avoid being depressed when he sees with his own eyes millions of people going to bed hungry at night? How can one avoid being depressed when he sees with his own eyes millions of people sleeping on the sidewalks at night?
We need more visibility to a lifestyle that is far too invisible in certain communities.
There's extreme poverty in this world. No man can be totally.
I don't want to be an invisible vegan.
Long as diseases are rampant. Long as diseases are rampant, millions of people cannot expect to live more than 28 or 30 years. No one can be totally healthy.
All right, so let me go ahead and stop my share there. So we wanted to just lead with that video, not because this call or this movement or this company that we're a part of is, you know, based on a color line or anything, but we thought it just sparked some good conversation. And it really goes to show that, you know, I personally always thought like, you know, eating vegan was, I mean, I'm half white. So when I saw that headline, I was like kind of offended because I'm like, what are they trying to say? Veganism isn't for white people. But they were kind of saying like, that's culturally where things are referenced. And so it kind of puts all the other cultures out when really some of us cultures are supposed to be the number one people who should maybe be considering a vegan diet. But I want to, before we turn it over to our speaker, I want to just give my 2 cents. As Trina talks and as Michelle talks, they'll kind of recap their 2 cents as well. But I just want to make sure that you guys know that this community that brings you this call, we are not advocating any one specific diet. Me personally, I'm actually on a gut healing diet for like leaky gut. And so that term is so like disturbing, I feel like. But anyways, I'm on a specific diet for that. I actually need meat in my diet to do what I'm trying to do. So I'm not vegan at all, and I actually am eating meat. I just make sure that my meat is clean as it can be, and I will limit it when I can once I get my gut sealed. So I think it's very important that you know that you have to be your best advocate. I think the biggest takeaway from that video was, I love how he said, they are not feeding our children, we are. And that goes the same for ourselves. No one is in control of what you put in your body except for you. And so it's so important. And that's why we want this community to bring all these different ideas together. And then you walk away and decide what is best fit for your lifestyle. So I am going at this time to turn it to Trina, our guest speaker. Trina Braxton-Solis. She is a good friend of one of my friends from college, Mackenzie, and Mackenzie brought Trina into our community because she had tried the vegan thing with her. Mackenzie's a vegan and Trina did the vegan. I'm not sure if you're following that right now, so we'll hear from her. And then she also joined our Juice Plus community. And so we're just so happy to have her a part of this mission with us. And so Trina, if you'll come on and just share with us your health story. Why did you say yes to this community and this product line, and why are you sharing it with the world? Hold on, you're muted. Let me unmute you. Unless you can unmute yourself, but let me see. Okay, you should be good. Can you?
Okay, I'm on mute.
There we go.
There we go. Well, not to share too much of my personal business, but a couple years ago, I went through a divorce. And I was really used to being like, you know, a little stick figure, you know, and I was just really proud of my little stick body. And then after I was going through my divorce, I got like really depressed. And I got depressed and I gained so much weight. I was like almost 200 pounds. And I'm slowly going back there, but that's a whole nother situation. But anyway, to make a long story short, I've done everything. I've tried everything. I mean, vegan doesn't work for me. I like cheese, and cheese is my friend. And, you know, I tried so many different things in my life, and it was like to no avail. And then one time, Mackenzie, or I don't know what you could do. Do they call you Kiki, Mackenzie, Shaquille? What do they call you, Mackenzie? I don't know. But anyway, make a long story short. Oh, okay, I had to know. So to make a long story short, you know, while I was going through, you know, the transition of my divorce, I started going to the gym, and that's where I first met Mackenzie. You know, we were going to the gym, and it was, that too was to no avail because I was gaining more weight. So I'm in the gym and I'm crying because I gained like 10, 15 pounds, and it was just like nothing was working. And then one time she came to work and she was taking like all these pills. I'm like, what are you taking all these pills for? Why are there so many darn pills? And they're purple and they're green and they're red and they're like all these arrays of colors. And she was like, this is plant-based. This is good for you. I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. And then I asked her if I could try some. So she gave me enough to try, and it just made me feel better. It made me feel lighter. It didn't make me lose weight at first, but I was like, oh, I feel so much better. And I got an order. And after I tried it, and I was like, oh, this actually works. I feel like a better person. And I'm telling you, I used to take down the cocktails. I love cocktails. They're my favorite thing in the whole entire world. But I found myself not drinking as much. I found myself not eating as much. I found myself in a state to where it actually felt good to work out. And it became something that I was starting to believe in because it actually worked. And it actually worked for me after trying so many different things. And when Mackenzie became a salesperson, you know, she was telling me about it. And she was like, you know, you should really get your family because my sister has lupus. My nephew, he has autism, suffers from autism. And ADD just runs in my family, like rampant, like. And you guys can probably tell I have it too. But anyway, to make a long story short, when she introduced me to it, I believed in it so much. And she was like, you should really be a salesperson, because I kept, you know, buying the product. And then after I started getting it, and I told my friends and stuff about it, and it's been working for them. And I went from almost 200 pounds, guys, like no lie, no joke, like 196 pounds, not even gonna lie. And I've already lost like 30 pounds. And it was due to lifestyle change. It was due to, Mackenzie going with me every day to the gym. She has been such a lifesaver to me. She has held my hand through this whole entire process. And I don't know where I'd be without her, because she has been like that instrumental person. Trina, you take your pills today? I'm like, yeah, I take my pills today. Trina, we going to the gym today? Yeah, we're going to go to the gym today. And she's the one who got me doing the shreds, actually. And she let me sample the shakes. I'm not a chocolate girl, but I do the vanilla. And if I'm getting too long-winded, you guys tell me. I don't want you guys to be bored. So anyway, she started me off with the shakes at first, and she would get the big packs, and so she would, pour it out for me. And I was like, this is not enough. She's like, Trina, trust me, it's enough. I know what I'm doing. So I would take the shakes, and they tasted really delicious. And I started doing the shakes every morning. And then we did the shreds, and I was doing 2 shakes a day. And then I turned into a pescatarian. So I wasn't doing like the beef, and I wasn't doing the pork. And I hadn't had pork in it's been like a couple of years now since I've had pork. Every once in a while, as a woman, that time of the month always leans me towards a little steak, every now and again. But I love it. I'm passionate about it. And I want to encourage more people to do, a plant-based lifestyle. And, believe it or not, they are really starting to get into this thing called duckweed. And the government is really using it a lot because, of course, it's plant-based protein. And they are really using it a lot. They're going to really start manufacturing it a lot. So I just even recently bought some stock in it, because I'm like, okay, plant-based is the way to go. And even at CrossFit, there's a lady there, and she says that, oh, you shouldn't be taking all these pills. My husband, he is a, what is he? He's a doctor of, what is he, a doctor of, Mackenzie? I can't remember. Anyway,
he's an anesthesiologist and a family practice doctor.
Yeah, so she was telling us, oh, no, don't take those pills. No, you should be, that's artificial. And I'm going to tell you, Mackenzie just sits there, she just pops them right in front of her, because she's like, I'm taking my pills today. I usually take them before I go in. But anyway, to make a long story short, even when people kind of discourage us from the lifestyle because they don't really know about it, but we try to teach people as much as we can. And I'm still trying to tug on my sister's arm strings, because she has lupus, and I really want her to get better. And she, she took a couple of them, but she was like, it's not working. I'm like, oh, you have to take it for more than 2 days just to let you know before it works. But I'm pleased to be a part of this community, and it continues to do wonderful things for me and my body and my lifestyle. And I just, hope that I have continued success with it.
Well, thank you, Trina. Oh my goodness.
Am I talking too much?
No, you're fine. Thank you for sharing. Thank you so much. And I really love your humor and everything, but it's true. Everything you said, from trying different diets. I know so many people that have tried so many different things out there. For myself, I really have always just been kind of conscious of what I ate. I think my body spoke to me more. But 6 years ago was when I was introduced to the fact that plants can help heal your body. And so that was when my entire family decided to incorporate these plant-based products, which is really what is sponsoring this event tonight. The education that I've received over the past 6 years has truly transformed my life, not just the products that we take, but the education behind it. And so the video that Crystal played in the beginning of this event, I must disclaim, I am not a vegan, but I think it gives a different perspective and things to think about, especially when it comes to our culture. And there's so many cultures out there where we're tied to things traditionally, and they have become accustomed, and it's hard for us to break free of those things. And, I come from a Caribbean background, so imagine meat is a big thing in our family. So the fact that I am now more driven by plant-based nutrition and just being more conscious of what I eat and not loading my plate up when we have family gatherings, it really gives people the eye. I get the eye from my family, and they make comments all the time, but I know because my family is riddled with disease. I mean, from cancer to diabetes to high blood pressure, these are all things that can be changed through nutrition. And I understand that, but it's still taking them some time. And that's what happens with family. You have to just love them where they are. And you have to love yourself where you are too, because we just have to be ready to accept that information. And so I'll share with you, 6 years ago, I was introduced to Juice Plus. And Juice Plus is 30 fruits and vegetables in capsules and also in chewable form. It's a way to get that nutrition from 30 really nutrient-dense plants every day into your diet. And so that is what me and my family have been taking for the past 6 years. And alongside that, we have been drinking a plant-based protein shake that is all vegan, and all our products are plant-based. So you don't have to worry about, is there dairy in it? Is there this or that? It's just plants, things from nature that we should be eating every day. But because we're in a society that is fast-paced, where we get things easily, we've moved away from all of those things, those traditional things of eating from the land. And so I'll show you what Juice Plus is. There's a few bottles. So we have the bottles. We have 10 vegetables in this green one. We have 10 fruits and grains in the red one. And then we have 10 berries and some other really good plant sources in the purple one. And then we also have gummies, which my children love, and I love to dig into when I need to eat something sweet. Instead of reaching for a piece of candy, I reach for some gummies because they taste really good. And then we also have a plant-based shake. And this is what fuels my family. We are not perfect eaters. We consume all kinds of foods, but we're more conscious. And for my children, they've been on it since they were 14 months, and my daughter was 3 years old. And the changes in their diets and the changes in their health from being on Juice Plus is just incredible. They're amazing students, they're amazing athletes, and that wasn't the case prior to this. I was a frustrated mom. I didn't know what to do to get at the time, my 1-year-old son to eat vegetables. He was constantly sick. And we started on this nutrition, and within 2 months, he started to eat broccoli and cabbage. And I had never seen anything like it. I couldn't get him to do that no matter what I did prior to being introduced to Juice Plus. But it has truly changed me and my family's entire health picture. I always was very health conscious. I was always into working out and fitness. But my fitness levels, they were just improved so much by this nutrition. My husband noticed his postnasal drip disappeared. My daughter became more regular in the bathroom. It was just amazing to see these things that have happened, but there's so much that has happened over 6 years. It's probably hard for me to even recall everything because it happened slowly and gradually. And that's what happens when you give your body things that can help to heal issues that are underlying that you can't see at the surface. And so I'm just really thankful for this plant-based nutrition. I forgot to include that we also have something called the Tower Garden, which allows you to grow your own fruits and vegetables right on your patio. 20 to 28 different fruits and vegetables right there on your patio where you can pick it fresh. You don't have to worry about herbicides or pesticides or any of those things or recalls from the store because you're growing your own produce in half the time than you would in traditional soil. It's really easy for someone like me who doesn't like dirt. There's no dirt involved. And so this company has really been a blessing to my family because they've made getting healthier so easy. And someone like Trina, who can meet up with a friend at the gym, can understand how simple this concept is, especially when you've tried so many different things, to see how easy it is to add something like this, and it can truly transform your life. And congratulations, Trina, on your health transformation, because that is amazing. That is absolutely amazing.
I actually have a Tower Garden.
You have one?
I do.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It's actually it's in one of the rooms right by the light. So it
Oh
can
my
get,
God.
that.
Oh my.
It's in the house. It's in the house.
I would love to see pictures of that. Wait.
Mackenzie will tell you it was beautiful and it was wonderful and it was flourishing.
Then what happened?
The housekeeper came and unplugged it.
That breaks my heart.
Mackenzie, yes or right?
Yes and right.
Oh, I was so mad.
She didn't
all
know.
That wonderful growth. He unplugged it. So
well, the good thing is everything grows really fast, so you could start over.
Yes, now I have to start over. But it was beautiful. I had my eggplants and I had my tomato, my arugula, my basil. The basil was just so fragrant. Listen to me. Unplugged it and it.
Oh, I know. Because my husband has unplugged mine before, and I almost died when I saw it, like limp. But good thing I caught it in time where I plugged it back in, and it came back to life. So I feel your pain. I know. But I want to pass it back to Crystal at this time because I know she wanted to wrap this up with some final words.
Okay, I just wanted to say I'm here with a bunch of other people, part of our community. Say hi, everybody. And I apologize for rushing in and then just having a little bit of background noise. We're getting ready to actually have a salad in a jar party. Say hi, Pizza. Hi. So really, basically, I wanted to just close by saying that we are on a mission to inspire healthy living around the world, and we do that by way of educating people. And so we wanted to start this series once a month where we just get a different speaker who's in the world. And Trina, she's got an amazing family. She's got an amazing career. She is on the move. She's always busy. We're always trying to track her down, and she's filming or whatever she's doing. But one thing she's able to do is take her Juice Plus on the go with her and do the product while she does life. And that's what we do, is we help people live life every day. I'm a busy mom of 4. Michelle's a busy mom. We've got moms driving. We've got people who don't have kids that got full-time jobs. They're working out. They're doing all kinds of life. People are busy. So even though we want to do better, we fail. Oftentimes we fail. And so what our product line is designed to do is to just bridge those gaps. For some people, you're vegan and you're so healthy, but you still have gaps because you don't get a wide variety. And then there's some people who you don't like vegetables or you don't like fruits, or you're just too busy to actually get them in. So wherever you are on the spectrum, we're here to support each other, offer recipes, ideas, inspiration, resources, and most of all, just education to just slowly wake people up. I will never forget 5, almost 6 years ago when I was introduced to this community. It changed my life. I had no idea that food was correlated with disease, and when I realized that, I never turned back because I felt like I was having a moral obligation to tell people who don't know this, and a lot of people don't know. And then you become like me, where I've known for 6 years and I still fall short because it's so hard to give up. Like Trina said, I love cheese, I love cocktails, I love all those things, I love meat, I love sugar, I love so many things that it's so hard to give up. And so at least I know that I'm trying every day to make simple changes. So I just want to close by saying that if tonight something resonated with you, if this information was new to you and you're just overwhelmed, please get in touch with whoever invited you. We want to add you to our Facebook group. We have lots of Facebook groups. We have salad in a jar groups. We have, smoothie in a movie groups. We have this mindfulness and Mula group. We have our individual team groups. We can add you to some community that fits your needs so that you can stay connected and slowly inch your way into this. Or maybe you were like, you know what, I'm already healthy, because we invited a lot of health, professionals onto this call. Maybe you're healthy and we're like, look, you're a vegan or you're a health coach or you're this or that. We want you a part of our community. We need you to help us spread this mission. Then we invite you to take a look at that. And maybe something in the product line made sense. Maybe you have kids that don't eat their fruits and vegetables. We can help you get it for free. We can help you get it for yourself. So there's a little bit for everybody. We hope that something stood out to you. And if nothing made sense to you tonight, you hated the video, you don't want to, spread the word with us, you don't want to make some extra money because there is an opportunity to do that, you don't want to try our products, we hope that you'll just walk away tonight with one simple change, whether it's to get more rest, drink more water, have an apple or something that's real food today or tomorrow, but just do something that is making you conscious of being mindful that everything we put in our body determines our future. And lastly, we're always looking to lock arms with people who might be looking to make some extra money, or maybe you're not looking for the money, but just to be a part of our mission. I personally do this as a full-time job. Perfect example, I drove here with my daughter and my neighbor. I'm working right now by doing salads in a jar. That's so fun. I'm working right now by talking to you guys. and I get to make money as a stay-at-home mom. I know busy 9-to-5ers who get to make that extra money so that they can buy their extra things. Or I know people who don't want to get full benefits and a nice income. They just want to pay the cost of their product. So we can help you wherever you're interested. But please just get connected with whoever invited you. And even if it's just to give us feedback, like, girl, you guys need to cover your background noise next time. Whatever it is, like, we are here for it. We just want to spread the word, spread the love. So thank you for joining us. Thank you so much, Trina, for being on the call with us tonight. And we appreciate your guys' time. Thank you, Michelle.